Forecast First, sponsored by Wegmans Meals to Go.
Congratulations, you've made it through a cold but quiet Thanksgiving. We need to turn our attention to a wintry mix, including freezing rain, headed our way this weekend.
Also ahead, it's the official start of the holiday season. The stores that opened up early tonight for Black Friday. Plus, it's a historic day for the Bills as they carve out a Thanksgiving Day win. The highlights from today's game.
This is News 8 at 11.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. I'm Kayla Green. For the first time since 1975, the Buffalo Bills scored a Thanksgiving win today. They're now 9-3 going into December. Thad Brown was in Dallas for the game.
The Bills didn't just win a game on Thanksgiving Day. After the first drive, they dominated a first-place team on the road. They throttled the Cowboys. In front of 30 million people watching nationwide, they made a statement, even if that's exactly something the guys said they weren't worrying about all week.
We all watched ESPN this morning. We all saw nobody picked us to win. So, you know, we took that as a chip on the shoulder, you know, and that's what they do. They said defense was going to give up X amount of points. ESPN didn't pick us to win. NFL Network didn't pick us to win. So we can't control what you guys want to talk about. That's your narrative. You guys talk, we play football.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say thought any differently of this game. It was another one on our schedule, and you know, we were trying to get to number 9. That's the only thing that was on our mind. We wanted to come out here and execute and play like we knew we can play. You know, and we've done a good job of finding wins in our schedule. And whatever people want to say, they can say. You know, I love our teammates, I love our team, and I love what we got going on right now.
Wins are hard to come by, whether it's against the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving or whomever. Wins in the NFL are hard to come by, and you know, I know the amount of hard work that has gone into this season by Brandon and his staff and my staff and really everyone back there in Buffalo, all the support we get. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone back there in Buffalo as well. But just, it's incredible place to live, incredible place to be a part of the Bills and what this city's about. You know, it's just fun to be a part of it and watch it.
What other people think doesn't define us, so it doesn't really matter. I know we're on the national stage today, so people might say it was a statement game to show the world who we are, but I mean, it doesn't matter. We know who we are, and we're going to come in each game in battle, and you know, if other teams watch the film, they're going to know that.
Towards the end of the game, Shaq Lawson was shouting on the sideline that this Bills team is built different. I asked him exactly what he meant by that. He said, quote, "We don't have that standout star. We don't need all of that. We just do our 1/11th, and all of it was great today." With the Bills Report at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, I'm Thad Brown.
Thanks, Thad. We'll have full highlights and reactions from players coming up in sports. It's the tradition almost as old as Thanksgiving itself, getting to the stores early for those sweet Black Friday sales. Christian Garzone is at the Best Buy and Marketplace Mall. Christian, I'm hearing the registers were out for a while tonight?
Yeah, they were, but that didn't stop people from going away. In fact, it's still pretty packed here. People are getting their hands on some of the best deals, and bargains before Black Friday. Of course, that's tomorrow. Now, earlier, many people sacrificed turkey time at home to be the first inside. The list of goodies to gobble down on this pre-Black Friday went on and on as the early birds flocked to the Best Buy near Marketplace Mall.
Wireless earbuds for the Samsung, cool. And then a radar detector and possibly TV.
A 58-inch TV.
Just TV and stuff.
Yeah.
I just like I don't know. I love to shop.
Xbox.
Yeah.
An iPad, a new one. My grandson and my granddaughter are buying it for me.
Oh, no. What are you going to do with the iPad?
I color. I play games or whatever. That's what I do.
And for some, Thanksgiving plans were pushed aside in favor of those holiday deals.
So I just had work, getting out of work afterwards, figured I might as well stop by.
Yeah, I'm going to go to my aunt and uncle's after this. Later on, they put a plate of cider for me.
Yeah, my girlfriend brought it.
Oh, she brought it for you? You're going to eat Thanksgiving in line? For those visiting America, this Thanksgiving sale was a welcome, cultural, cost-saving experience.
It's really great, and the offers, they're the best offers I've ever seen.
like it's great. You know, we never been over there. Like in my country, it's not happening like this. You know?
Good. I mean, the deals are great. We've been looking for deals all year.
And do these shoppers feel this pre-Black Friday is creeping too much into Turkey Day? Well, from the looks of things, not really.
I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's nice.
Now, Best Buy opens at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. There'll still be some solid deals inside. Kayla, back to you in that nice, warm, toasty studio.
All right, thank you, Christian. And if you're planning on waiting until tomorrow for your holiday shopping, you can find local store hours plus our Black Friday gift giving guide over at rochesterfirst.com. Well, it was fun while it lasted, but it looks like our break from winter weather is ending. Chief Meteorologist Eric Sneidel has the latest for us. Eric?
Hi, Kaylee. I sense some resentment in Christian's voice, wanting to be in a little bit of a warmer spot here. If you are out tonight, some of those places opening up at midnight, it's cold. Temps dropping below freezing, but thankfully we are dry. You're going to need the headwear just to keep the ears warm, but not because of any snow showers falling. We've got to go way off to our southeast along I-81 toward Binghamton. Those are scattered but light lake-effect snow flurries that probably don't accumulate to anything. Our headlines over the next few days, we're uneventful. We're going to be cold, I'll give you that, but otherwise quiet. Black Friday sees temperatures that just barely, and I'm talking by maybe a degree, get above the freezing mark under mostly cloudy skies. We get a little more sunshine into the start of the weekend. Still cold, near 32, near freezing, with a mix of clouds and sun. All eyes are on what happens, though, by the end of the weekend on Sunday. We've been talking about this now all week long. A wintry mix expected, and nothing has changed with this. If anything, we think some of the totals might be leaning a little higher. That could include some freezing rain mixed with sleet and snow, maybe even changing to all rain in a few places. This is a dicey forecast on a day where a lot of people are going to be out on the road, so this is less than ideal. We'll bring you up to speed on what we know and what we still need to figure out before our weekend gets here, Kayla. We'll talk in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Eric. Thanksgiving travelers are facing some harsh conditions across the country. That's especially true for the Midwest, where 2 storms dumped heavy snow and stalled roads. The weather also caused delays at airports, where an estimated 4.5 million Americans took flight this Thanksgiving holiday. Families in Brighton are grieving today after a fatal crash on Edgewood Drive. A memorial has now been set up at the scene of that crash. 2 people were killed and a child is critically injured after a car jumped the curb and hit them as they were walking on the sidewalk. Those killed were a babysitter and a 9-year-old child. A 2-year-old is still in critical condition at Strong Hospital. Police say the driver is cooperating with investigators and has not been charged. President Trump took a surprise Thanksgiving visit to Afghanistan to visit the troops today. In his first visit to the war-torn nation, the president said he has restarted peace negotiations with the Taliban there. Trump also reiterated his goal of pulling some of the nearly 12,000 troops out of the country. And Thanksgiving got off to a flying start in New York City this morning. Organizers of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade had feared that gusting winds would force them to ground the iconic giant balloons. But shortly before the event started, Snoopy and the rest of the gang were cleared for takeoff. If the balloons were canceled, it would have only been the 2nd time in the parade's history. People from all over the Rochester area are giving back and volunteering for the holidays. For many people in need, just getting a hot meal for Thanksgiving can be enough. Atia Collins talked to those eating the meals and the people helping behind the scenes.
For the last 8 years, those looking for a hot meal have been able to come here to the Voters Block community. Now, volunteers say they're serving up hot food and building a sense of community. Julia and Kenneth Levan started this dinner 8 years ago after seeing the need for a community meal. For Juliet, it came when she moved back to Rochester.
Came back, second marriage, didn't have a job, took a risk, and moved in. And all of our family is down south, children and everything. And we wanted to have dinner with some people.
Both have dealt with homelessness. Kenneth says that and his battle with drug addiction really pushed him to give back.
I was addicted to drugs, and I had lost everything, and I was homeless, and one part was living at the shelter also. And so I know a lot of guys that lived at the shelter that still know me and still come down for the Thanksgiving meal.
Both are members of the Miracle Valley Deliverance City Church, who, with Voters Block Community, hosted this dinner. Free and open to the public, anyone looking for a hot meal could grab a plate.
Food was real good. I had 2 helpings of food and so many people's in there. I got up, I ate my food fast, and I got up and so somebody else get a chance to sit down.
Volunteers worked in 1-hour shifts to keep the lines moving, some even passing out free winter clothes to those in attendance.
There's nothing too small or nothing too big to give to somebody to put a smile on their faces, to make them feel like they're special and they're the most precious people on the face of the earth. And these are the people.
Last year, volunteers say they served over 500 people. To keep up with the growing demand, they opened a second location for the first time this year and are expecting to serve even more. In Rochester, Atia Collins, News 8.
Volunteers say they served over 200 people before 12 p.m. this afternoon. Many families in the area came out to walk, run, or waddle around Rochester's South Wedge this morning before stuffing themselves with turkey. The 6th annual Wedge Waddle is a free 3-mile walk to bring the community together. Participants are encouraged to donate a new pair of socks for St. Joseph's House of Hospitality. Jennifer Posey is one of the event coordinators. She says the turnout was incredible.
I hear that they have so many socks that they have been able to provide them to other places that need them, which is awesome. Our goals are being met. Have fun. Let's just be thankful for what we got and have a good time all together.
Organizers say they hope this event becomes a staple Thanksgiving tradition for the Rochester community. Well, Eric, I'm guessing it's probably going to be a little too cold for 3-mile walks soon, huh?
Well, I mean, you can do it. That might be the way to warm up, is going on that 3, 4, 5, 10-mile walk. It takes a while to warm up with numbers like this. We'll walk you through the next couple of days. Cold air sticks around. Another storm system this weekend. We'll time that all out in your full forecast next.
All right, thank you, Eric. Still ahead, we'll take you on a tour of Rochester's Type Foundry with a special connection to Frederick Douglass.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com and our apps for both news and weather. This is the team you can trust. You're watching News 8. News 8, sponsored by Raymore and Flanagan.
Tomorrow on Sunrise, we are live for Black Friday. How online shopping is impacting the pursuit of the best deals. James?
This storm could give issues for your travel on Sunday.
Can't ask for more than the Iron Bowl.
Dear Wallet, Toyota Black Friday is revving up. Packing the tech, packing the style, packing the safety, and packing the deals. The best part about Toyota Black Friday, you can get it all to go in one sleek package. Yours, Toyota. For a limited time, lease the 2020 Corolla for just $139 a month or get 0% APR for 60 months on a new Camry. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Maria's Employee Pricing Plus Black Friday sales event has never happened before and may never happen again. But right now, you can drive a brand new Jeep Cherokee for just $249 a month with 0 down. An offer like this can only be made by Marina.
Start your Black Friday shopping with some of the biggest savings of all at the Hyundai Black Friday sales event. Save on every vehicle like the Palisade, the Kona, Santa Fe, Tucson, Sonata, and Elantra, each backed by America's best warranty. Start your savings by starting a new Hyundai today at the Hyundai Black Friday sales event going on now. Get an Elantra for $109 a month with $500 Black Friday event cash or 0% for 72 months. Offers end soon.
Early birds get the savings during the Metro Mattress Black Friday Cyber Monday sale. Shop between 10 a.m. and noon and get up to $1,000 in free gifts with purchase. Buy a Spring Air Eurotop mattress and get a second mattress for free. Purchase any Chatham and Wells set and get a free adjustable power base upgrade. Take $100 off Chill Bed and a box mattresses. Sale pricing starts at just $3.99 with gel-infused memory foam to cool and contour the body. Hurry in. The Metro Mattress Black Friday Cyber Monday sale lasts only 4 days. Shop in-store and online.
Get a great start on tomorrow, tonight.
Celebrate at Ralph Honda during the Happy Honda Days sales event. Save on all remaining 2019 Hondas, like the Civic LX CVT sedan, only $114 a month. Put a Honda under your tree from Ralph Honda.
from the weather team you can trust. Certified most accurate. Here's Chief Meteorologist Eric Schneidel.
Well, here we are, 11:22 on our Thanksgiving night. We're about ready to transition over into Black Friday in about 40 minutes and transition, I think, into the 20s across the Rochester area. It is a cold night, which will give way to a cold morning. You can bank on that. Winds out of the north, they're not that stout, but they're enough to drop the wind chills down in some cases into the teens, particularly across parts of the Finger Lakes in the southern tier, Ithaca, Wellsville, Olean, all coming in feeling like sub 20 at this hour. And it's going to be cold for your Black Friday tomorrow. We've got highs that get to maybe 33, 34, that ballpark. We will be a notch above freezing, but it's close. So plenty of cold air. Clouds and sunshine. I get the feeling the clouds are going to be more prevalent early if you're hoping to soak up some of that vitamin D. The afternoon might be your better bet out of this, and we'll turn to Futurecast to agree with that sentiment. You see, by 8:30 in the morning, a lot of milky white showing up on here. Not much sunshine. We'll cross our fingers into the afternoon. You see how that white gets blurred a bit more? I think this is what the model is trying to tell us, that sun will be filtered at times. You're not going to get a pure blue sky tomorrow, but the clouds might thin out enough in some cases to get some limited sunshine going. And I get the feeling that's how Saturday is going to look too. We'll be in and out between some of the clouds and some sunshine there too, with high temperatures back to around freezing. Now that we've got that out of the way, we need to talk about Sunday. This is going to be our next storm system and the first wintry system that we have seen since that foot of snow that we got in Rochester that feels like ages ago. That was weeks ago now. This is Sunday morning at 6 o'clock. This looks like what we figured this is going to look like. So from that standpoint, this is a good thing. No big changes so far tonight. The leading surge of precip that comes in the morning will be coming in with temperatures just barely cold enough, I think, to support all snow. That window of all snow, though, across the viewing area will not last long. We've got warmer air that is nosing in aloft, not at the surface. That cold air remains stubborn at the ground. That presents a situation where snowflakes fall into the warmer air above our heads and they melt, and then they refreeze when they make contact with the ground. This is what we call freezing rain. This is going to be our chief issue, I think, on Sunday. We want to avoid the freezing rain, and it's probably unavoidable. We're going to get some of that somewhere across the area. We get dry slotted, as we call it, into the afternoon on Sunday. Watch, though, for some wraparound snow showers. I think that will come back as we go into Sunday night. So very dynamic forecast, a lot of moving parts with this. And I will be upfront and honest with you. I think this forecast is one that is going to undergo some evolution and change as new guidance comes in. For now, snow and ice both look likely to some extent. I've had a ton of questions on Facebook and Twitter. Is this going to be an ice storm? I have not seen a single piece of evidence that supports this being an ice storm. Right now, and I don't want to get too deep into accumulations this early, but any freezing rain I would call minor impacts, less than 1/4 of an inch. You would see some of those icicles. Bridges and overpasses could be slick at times, but this is not expected to be that big of a deal. But remember, too, there could be some snow accumulation in there. There will be spots that maybe get a little freezing rain, maybe you get some snow on top of it. So, Kayla, Sunday travel, which is a big travel day for folks heading back from wherever they went for Thanksgiving, I don't think it's going to be a great scenario around here, regardless of how much sticks. So if you've got travel plans on Sunday, especially early, I would advise knowing now there's going to be some issues around here.
All right, well, that's good to know. What happened to this nice weather we had yesterday?
We didn't deserve it. We got to 61 yesterday. It's the first 60 we had since Halloween. It was wild.
All right, well, thank you, Eric. Sure. Still ahead, it's a Webster tradition still going strong. How the turkey trot fared this year.
This holiday season, give a gift that keeps giving all year long. So creative.
Join the circle of life at the Lion King.
Returning to RBTL's Auditorium Theater this December. Get your tickets today at LionKing.com.
The season is here. And it's time for our best offer of the year during the Ford Black Friday event. Now, for a limited time, get an amazing offer on select Ford models. Plus, earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. The Ford Black Friday event ends soon, so hurry in today.
Get into an EcoSport with limited time lease trade assist for as little as $169 a month. Just $169 during the Ford Black Friday event.
If you were sexually abused as a child by a priest, you're not alone. I'm Jeff Anderson.
And I'm Steve Boyd. It can take decades to find the support and courage to come forward.
For 1 year, the Child Victims Act allows survivors to bring claims against abusers and those who covered it up.
It doesn't matter how long it's been, or how old you are, or whether the abuser has died.
If you're a survivor of child sexual abuse, we believe you. Call us today.
Before you go home, could I get your eyes on this?
Hey, it's not pressing.
It's really not that important. I'm just trying to be proactive.
You can just go.
I just need you to look at this. Hey.
That would work.
You know, Mondays.
Made for the modern boss. The tech-advanced Nissan Murano. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility.
Get a low $199 per month lease or get 0% financing for 60 months on the 2019 Murano.
You're watching News 8.
Welcome back. There's a type foundry located right here in Rochester. P22 Type Foundry is a font-making company which converts historic fonts for digital download. It seems fitting their current home is the former office of Frederick Douglass's abolitionist paper, The North Star. The Talman building on Main Street also served as a stop on the Underground Railroad. It also has a working letterpress that uses wood blocks. We spoke with one of the founders of the foundry about that historic connection.
We saw the space, and it was this former bank, and it just seemed, wow, this is really strange space. But between the history of what happened here, which was, you know, there were several publications out of the building, but the Frederick Douglass connection, printing history and just Rochester history, it seemed like, okay, this would be a good place to be.
In addition to making digital fonts, the company also makes analog products with those fonts. Thousands were shedding calories this morning before their big feast this afternoon. The 48th Turkey Trot was held at Webster Park. It's grown from humble beginnings to having more than 4,000 people lacing up their sneakers today. We caught up with a family that made the trot part of their Turkey Day tradition.
It's just camaraderie, it's a local community, it's everyone getting together and crowds of people, whether they're dressed in costumes or just there to have fun with family. It's a really great time.
Fun fact, the Turkey Trot began as a workout for the Webster cross country team back in 1972. Still ahead in sports, the Buffalo Bills have the national spotlight after their Thanksgiving Day win. Highlights from today's game are next.
The Bills Report is sponsored by Row Photo Video Audio TV.
Looking for a new Toyota? Before you buy one of theirs, price one of ours.
And you'll find great deals on Toyotas at Dorschel, like the 2020 Toyota Corolla for just $139 a month, or the 2019 Camry LE for only $189 a month, or the 2019 Tundra 4x4 Crew Max for only $209 a month, or the 2019 RAV4 for only $240 a month.
Click DorschelToyota.com first, and then come join the Dorschel Toyota family.
The amazing voice of Brian McKnight returns to the concert stage. Brian McKnight. Friday, February 14th, 8 p.m., The Vine Showroom at Del Lago Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum, Grammy Award-nominated Brian McKnight. Tickets online at DelLagoResort.com. Must be 21 or older to purchase tickets and attend the show. Download the new single, Never Get Enough of You. Out now.
The season of inspiration starts now at Mazda of West Ridge. If it's time to upgrade, get inspired. Upgrade to Mazda and upgrade your buying experience to Mazda of West Ridge. Choose your new Mazda from our huge selection and see why our buying experience is rated world class. Start your purchase online at MazdaofWestridge.com and lease a new all-wheel drive Mazda CX-5 for just $179 a month. Get inspired. Upgrade your life. Try something better. Premium brand, premium experience. Move up to Mazda at Mazda of West Ridge.
Maximize your parking lot productivity with snow and ice control solutions from Boss. From snow plows and box plows to spreaders and skid steer systems. When it comes to restoring order to parking lots, Boss has what you need to restore order.
Visit General Welding and Fabricating Incorporated, home of Boss Snowplow. General Welding is your one-stop shop for all your Boss sales, parts, and service needs.
If you've been hurt at work, it's a workers' comp case, but it might also be a personal injury case and a Social Security disability claim. Seeger and Shortino looks at your case from every angle.
This Black Friday, the gift you really want is at Nissan's Black Friday event. Save big on our tech-filled lineup, like Rogue or Altima, with available intelligent all-wheel drive. Hurry in now. Get a low $199 per month lease on the 2020 Nissan Rogue or the 2020 Nissan Altima.
Amex are home this week. Go to Amex.com for details.
From the official broadcast home of the Buffalo Bills, here's Alexa Ross with News 8 Sports.
The Bills played on the national stage tonight in their first Thanksgiving game in 25 years. It was a must-win game at AT&T Stadium, and the 8-3 Bills delivered in primetime. Jason Witten scored on the opening drive for the Cowboys, but the Bills bounced back. Josh Allen finds Cole Beasley for some sweet revenge against his former team. Bills tie it up at 7. 2 minutes left in the half, and some Thursday night trickery for your evening. John Brown passes to Devin Singletary for the 28-yard touchdown. Bills lead 16-7. Third quarter, Josh Allen sees an opening, and he scrambles, makes it past the first down line, and he is in for the 15-yard score. 4 minutes left to play. Dak Prescott throws the short pass to Ventel Bryan for a 15-yard touchdown, only the second of the game. The two-point conversion is good, but Jerry Jones leaves the game a little early as the Bills run down the clock with a 26-15 win over the Cowboys. Out of all of the position groups in tonight's primetime win, the defense particularly shined. Thad Brown has more from Dallas.
The Bills' defense may have vaulted themselves back into the discussion about being elite or one of the best because they took the #1 passing offense in the league and after allowing a touchdown on the opening drive basically shut them down the rest of the game. Ed Oliver, particularly impressive. 2 sacks and a forced fumble for the first-round rookie.
Like I've been saying, it's just a matter of time before I put it all together. So, I mean, it's still not together, but it's coming along nicely.
He's doing more. Just all around, mentally, physically. So it's good to see. He's doing what we need from him.
Had some up and downs throughout the first half of the season, but I think he's really grown into his own. We all understand what he can do to help out this defense, help out this team, and he's not a rookie anymore.
The film spoke for itself today. We came out, did our thing. We showed the world what we got, put the world on notice.
We wanted to win this game for each other, honestly. We wanted this for each other. It wasn't about proving everybody wrong or a statement game or anything like that. We want to do it for each other.
This is just another week in Buffalo Bills land. This is what we do. This is what the Mafia expects us to do. And so we went out there, we gave them a show. Now we got to get ready for the next week. We're going to enjoy this. We're going to eat some Thanksgiving. We're going to enjoy the food with our family, and we're going to get ready for next week.
The Cowboys' offensive line is generally recognized as the best in the NFL, and the Bills' defensive line actually dominated them today, something that Jordan Phillips pointed out post-game. I said to Jordan, is this going to be the best plane ride home you've ever had? He said, you know what? It's a 3-hour flight. I just hope we get some sleep. With the Bills report at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, I'm Thad Brown.
Josh Allen played arguably the best game of his career today, but the play of the game, in my opinion, was the trick touchdown pass from John Brown to Devin Singletary. Brown has quite the arm for throwing his first career pass as a 28-yard touchdown. Cole Beasley returned to his old stadium with a fury, catching the Bills' first touchdown of the game. Definitely had to have felt good after leaving Dallas with some bitterness. The Cowboys, the top offense in all aspects before today's game, but Dak Prescott only threw 1 touchdown on the opening drive. He didn't find the end zone again until garbage time. Star Lotulelei has been pretty quiet this season, but he did pick off Dak Prescott for a massive turnover in the first half. He was also credited with the first tipped field goal for Dallas. In the future of the Bills defensive line, Ed Oliver was all over Dak Prescott, the 9th overall pick. Picked up 2 sacks today. It's his 4th in 3 weeks. The last time that the Bills were 9-3, no one on this roster was alive.
That is crazy. Today felt like a big game for them. I'm pretty excited to see that today.
They say it was a statement win. I say it's a franchise changer, really.
All right. Thank you, Alexa. As we head to break, let's take a look over downtown Rochester. Eric is back next with a final check on the forecast.
News 8, sponsored by Raymore and Flanagan.
Celebrate at Ralph Honda during the Happy Honda Days sales event. Save on all remaining 2019 Hondas, like the all-wheel drive HR-V LX, only $154 a month. You'll save some jingle at Ralph Honda.
Bassett's Black Friday sale is online today. Save big with accent chairs at $5.99, a 5-piece dining set just $14.99, and recliners at $8.99. Shop Black Friday specials plus get special financing at BassettFurniture.com today.
Hi, I'm Bill Hayes with Turnbull Heating, a York certified comfort expert dealer. We install high-quality York products backed by a 10-year warranty, affordable financing, utility rebates, and 24/7 service. Install confidence with York and Turnbull.
All the things you listen to on here are now here. Android Auto effortlessly syncs your compatible phone to your car. Introducing the 2019 Nissan Sentra. This is a seamless connection. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Now, get a low $129 per month lease or get 0% financing for 60 months on Sentra.
Give the gift of Amerks hockey this season. The Amerks holiday packs are now on sale. For $65, you receive 2 tickets to a select Amerks game, 4 game vouchers, and a pair of Amerks winter gloves. To order, visit Amerks.com/holiday pack or call 1-855-GO-AMERKS.
A better grip. Right when you need it. The 2020 Nissan Altima has tech you can't get in a quarter Camry, like available intelligent all-wheel drive. This is instant confidence. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Get a low $199 per month lease or save up to $2,000 on the 2020 Nissan Altima.
You're watching News 8.
Here's a final check of the weather from Eric.
So we're counting down our November days. December just a few days away. It'll feel like December tomorrow. Temperatures start in the upper 20s. They end in the low 30s. Not much movement with that mostly cloudy sky. We'll stay cold through Saturday. Your wintry mix arriving by Sunday morning. That will include some tricky travel around here. Watching that closely. Some snow showers on the backside of this. Sunday night into Monday. I have a feeling that by the time we get to Monday, we're going to have some snow on the ground. Right now, it's just going to be a matter of, is it a little bit or more than a little bit?
All right. Well, I'm not really looking forward to more snow. I don't know about you guys.
I didn't get an enthusiastic reaction from that. Yeah. Kayla's like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm just hoping everybody who's going to the McQuaid game in Syracuse on Sunday can get there safely.
I hope so, too. It'll be tough around there. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Thank you, Eric. That's it for News 8 at 11. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert is next. Have a great night.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and our apps for both news and weather.